ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನ್ಯೂಸ್ 26ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ.
ರೋಟರಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಿಡ್ ಟೌನ್ ಜೆನೆಕ್ಸ್ 100 ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹೃದಯ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗೆ ನಿಧಿ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆ. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕವಾಗಿ 1,50,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಜನ್ಮದಾತ ಹೃದಯ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯಿಂದ ಜನಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೇವಲ 5,000 ಜನರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೆಲವು ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ನೆರವಿನೊಂದಿಗೆ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ರೋಟರಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಿಡ್ ಟೌನ್ ಜೆನೆಕ್ಸ್ ನಗರದ ಕ್ರಿಯಾತ್ಮಕ ಯುವ ರೋಟರಿ ಕ್ಲಬ್ 2023 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 29ರಂದು ದಿ ತಾಜ್ ಎಂಜಿ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 100 ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹೃದಯ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗೆ ಬೆಂಬಲವಾಗಿ ನಿಧಿ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಣೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಈವೆಂಟ್ನ ಪೂರ್ಣ ಆದಾಯ 35 ಲಕ್ಷವನ್ನ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಎನ್ಜಿಒಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾದ ನೀಡಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಒಪಿ ಖನ್ನಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಸ್ತಾಂತರಿಸಲಾಯಿತು. ಅರ್ಹ ರೋಗಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೃದಯ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಂಬಲದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಲು 2 ದಶಕಗಳಿಂದ ಶ್ರಮಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಗರದ ಸನ್ನಿಹಿತ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮರ್ಪಿತ ಹೃದಯ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಮತ್ತು ನಾಗರಿಕರ ಗುಂಪಿನಿಂದ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವು ರೋಟರಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಿಡ್ ಟೌನ್ ಜೆನ್ನೆಕ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರವರ್ತಕ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯ ಜೀವ ಉಳಿಸುವ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಂಬಲಿಸುವ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ.
Infrastructure Development of KANNADA, and Mr. Rahul Vasanpatu for assisting us with reaching out to Dr. Tharoor's team. Mr. Suresh Babu for his extended support, Mr. Alim and Mr. John from Dr. Tharoor's team, Ms. Deepa Bhatt and the entire team of Mr. Nikhil Kamath for
all of you. It is so humbling to see this packed hall. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to introduce one of the city's most dynamic clubs, Rotary Bangalore Midtown GenNext, and also to talk about our special cause for today. GenNext is a group of young, extremely talented and well-meaning members who have positively impacted and influenced our communities, our societies through well-deserving interventions focusing on 4 key areas of education, health, women empowerment, and environment. Since its inception in 2020, GenNext has made a noteworthy difference to over 10,000 individuals through interventions spanning both rural and urban landscapes. Organized healthcare camps focusing on general medical health checkups, eye services, dental services, nutrition. Supporting scholarships of students both in school and higher education. Creating awareness on menstrual.
The 3 or 4 versions of Dilip Kumar meeting Dr. Ambedkar was off the internet. It wasn't in any of the books about him. I would say probably during that year, aside from delving deeply into his own writings and speeches and reading books about him, I don't think I found the time to do much else in terms of reading, except maybe digging into stuff for articles I was writing or speeches I was making. That was about it. The previous year I wrote a book called The Battle of Belonging, which was about nationalism. And that required a vast amount of reading, not always cover to cover. When you read for a purpose, you can read selectively. You can dip into a work on, say, nationalism's rise in Europe, and just get the essence of the points they're trying to make. But I mean, that is focused reading. Then there's reading for pleasure, and that's something that I keep telling kids. I meet too many children these days who see books as only related to schoolwork and homework and classwork. And they don't think of books anymore as sources of pleasure. Pleasure comes to them from their phones, from their Nintendo, from their computers.
Shashi, Mr. Tharoor, sir.
It's fine, it is.
So Shashi, over the last 24 hours, I had a long flight, and I stayed up watching a bunch of your interviews. The very first question I have for you is, how do you remember so much about so many different things? I heard you speak about Dr. Ambedkar, I heard you speak about the Constitution, there was something in there about socialism and how you grew up slightly right of center, your parents. I know you can remember your parents, but some other things, how do you remember them?
I don't know, I guess it's a gift of some sort. I mean, I believe if you're interested in something, it'll stick in your mind. I can tell you cricket scores from 6 years back, so, you know, that's also there. I mean, the fact is that it depends on what your passion is about. I have a fairly wide range of interests, and I've read widely. I don't claim to retain everything I've read all the time. And increasingly, one's rely.
For the most important part of our event, I now call upon Chairman of Gen Next and Merchant District. I now call upon President of Rotary Bangalore Midtown, Mr. Abdul Zaid, to hand over a memento to Mr. Nikhil Kamath, please. Reverberate through the beating hearts of 100 children. The stage is set and the applause is for you, our incredible donors. I now request
ಇದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಸುದ್ದಿಗಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ 26 ಕನ್ನಡ. ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ.